Hello, my name is Greta Harris, and this is my Cosmos presentation. Throughout the presentation, these are some key influences that have shaped my life, and I wanted to just kind of list them before showing you guys pictures and explaining each one. Definitely my family, trials and tribulations, hardships, celebrations have all been a big part of who I am today. So the first influence is my wonderful husband. He is an accountant and he owns his own lawn care business. But we met in college. We were really good friends for several years, and little that we know that we would end up to be more than that. He is he definitely has a heart of gold. He is my best friend. We've been married for 9 years, no children, but the two of us, we really do make a great team, and he is a true inspiration to me for so many reasons. He's helped me to be a fearless educator. He's gone through some tough times, as I'll explain in just a little bit, but he still manages to keep focused and to keep going. And as a result, that has really inspired me to be the best version of myself that I can be, despite what I face in life and what comes my way. Next, you have my family. I have my family listed here. In the middle are my two wonderful parents. My dad is a pastor. My mom works closely with him at our church. They both work there full time, and they have truly been an inspiration to me. I'm so thankful for the way that I was raised. We struggled when I was a child. We struggled growing up, but my family has really worked hard to establish wealth for my family. And as a result of their hard work, my life has really been a blessing. So I'm thankful for everything that they've taught me, how they've kept me grounded, and how they have raised me up in the church. And my beliefs and who I am today is a big part of who they trained me to be. In the bottom corner, I have both of my grandmothers. It's so funny because they both of my grandmothers were best friends, and unfortunately they both passed away last year, 1 month apart. They always said that they wanted to go to heaven around the same time, and God granted them that wish. But just they were both two strong women, and a lot of their attributes and traits are who I aspire to be today. So I'm so thankful for them. Up top is another picture of my mom and her mom, my grandmother again there. We had a really close bond, and again, they both have shaped the person that I am. In the bottom corner, I have my husband, his mom, and his younger sister, and my parents again. I wanted to include this picture because it's a true testament of a family that has gone through things but have stayed together. In 2020, during COVID, my husband's dad and his oldest sister passed away. That year, they actually passed away a day apart. Um, my husband's sister passed on a Monday, and then his dad passed that same Wednesday. So my husband and I have had the responsibility of taking his mom and his younger sister into our home. They are truly our family, and his sister is in college now, and her and I are really close, and she's aspiring to be an educator. So a lot of who I am, I really aim to be the best educator that I can be, so that I can be an inspiration to her, to help her accomplish her goals and be the person that God has created her to be. A lot of people say that struggles or failures make them who they are, and I can really attest to that and say that that is a part of who I am. Most people don't know, but when I was in all throughout school, I always made good grades. I performed really well in school, but I did struggle a little bit with testing anxiety, which is why I have strong beliefs about standardized testing. I was an honor student, an undergraduate, but unfortunately, when it came time to take different tests, I didn't perform the best that I could because of the time constraints and the anxiety in myself. And so thankfully I had educators, some educators who knew that about me, and they knew that one assessment did not shape who I was as a person. And so they really instilled in me to keep going despite what I go through. So when I wanted to become an educator, the first time I had to take the GACE assessment, I did not pass it, and I was devastated, because I knew how bad that I wanted to be a teacher. I knew it was a purpose for me to be a teacher, and I could have given up after I failed, but I didn't. I kept going, and I ended up passing the next time. So this is truly, even though it was a hardship, it was something that I had to get through. It really shaped me to be the person that I am today. The reason that I wanted to be a teacher is because of my grandmother, my maternal grandmother. This is a picture of us my first year teaching. She was a special education teacher for over 30 years. At the bottom, she's featured with one of her closest friends, and her friend was also a special education teacher. They taught across the hall from each other, and I would go in her classroom. You can kind of see me in the back right there, but this was her retirement party, but I would go into her classroom. I would play teacher, and I always knew, because she was such a great educator, it really inspired me to be an educator. And that's where I gained my love for students, although I do believe that it's a part of my purpose and who God has created me to be. My grandmother was an influential part of me becoming a teacher. After I graduated from college, I like I said, I ended up passing the gates, but when I graduated, it was time to start looking for a job. And so I had student taught at this particular school, and I really, really wanted to start my teaching career there. And so when I started, I started applying, and I finally got an interview to interview at this school. And so I interviewed. I felt like I did a good job. It could have been better, but because of course I was inexperienced, but they knew that I was eager, and they knew that the work that I could do. So I was promised, I was offered the job. Unofficially, they told me that they had to work out all the paperwork, and then they would get me to accept it officially. So I did accept the position unofficially, and there were still, of course, some next steps before it became official. And so the day that I was supposed to go in and sign all the paperwork, the principal actually called me and told me that unfortunately he would not be able to offer me the position anymore. That because they had lost some other teachers, he had to go with a more experienced teacher to be on that team. So, of course, I was devastated because I really had planned on being at that particular school. I had already built a relationship with students there because I had student taught there, but I trusted God and I had to trust the process. So I understood. It was unfortunate that I was told I would get the job, but I understood that, sometimes different dynamics require a more experienced teacher. So I was rejected, but full circle, there were some events that took place that let me see there was a reason why I was rejected from the position. But I ended up applying again at another school at Glanton Hosman Elementary, and they offered me. I interviewed. I remember they asked me about 20 questions, and as I was walking back to the car after the interview, they called me and they said, "Hey, we want to offer you the job." I accepted it that day. I signed all the paperwork, and I was official. Um, and Glanton is a wonderful school, but it was one of the toughest schools in our district because of different demographics and behavior issues that the school had with some of their students. But I knew it was a good place for me to learn and grow. Up top is a picture of the staff. A lot of them helped shape me and they supported me. But down in this bottom picture, I'm so thankful for the women who helped me my first couple of years of teaching. They really showed me the ropes. They encouraged me, they supported me, they helped me get through the first days of school, and I will always be so, so thankful for them and everything that they instilled in me. And I hope that today I am for others what they have been to me. And so I taught in the classroom. I taught at Glanton Highsmith for 10 years, and then I was offered to become an instructional coach. So when I said the first job that I wanted that I didn't get, I was rejected. That same school ended up 10 years later offering me a job to be their instructional coach. So I wanted to be a teacher there, but full circle, God ended up placing me at the school that I originally wanted to be at 10 years later, and I was the instructional coach helping other teachers. So these are just a few pictures of some special moments that I had as instructional coach at Villa Rica Elementary. I was instructional coach there for 2 years. I have a picture of us. We took the entire staff to Run Clark. So that was a great experience. I worked with two great administrators. So I'm definitely thankful for the role as an instructional coach. I never sought out to be an instructional coach, but I'm so, so glad that I did because it really helped me to grow as an educator. And while at Villa Rica Elementary, I led the mentoring program. So here you see some of the new teachers that I worked with and that I helped shape, and I help them with just different practices. I listed a copy of this book, The Impact Cycle, because since instructional coach was new to me, I needed more of a guide of what to do. And I would recommend The Impact Cycle because it helped me really help this group of teachers to become great, great educators. Also, during my time at as a teacher and as instructional coach, God blessed me to win several awards. I won the Georgia Teacher Hero Award. I don't even know, I still to this day don't know who nominated me for the award, but I was a contest finalist. And then I also won the Best of the Best 2021, the Times Georgian Best Elementary Teacher Award, and that award was based on votes. I also won Carroll County 24 Strong Award. I won the We Teachers Award, where they sent me a gift card to buy school supplies for my school or anything else that I needed. And then I won Teacher of the Year in 2017. And here is a formal picture of me when I accepted the 24 Strong Award. And this award is basically for somebody who goes above and beyond for teachers, for the staff of their school. And it is also based on votes by the staff. And it's some of the teachers in the picture, my administrators, and then my wonderful husband there. And then lastly, this is the last picture because this is where I am today. I went from being a teacher to an instructional coach, and now I work at the district office. It's such a blessing. Here in this picture, I have the director of elementary schools. I have the district intervention specialist for math, and then myself. I am currently the district intervention specialist for reading. And then on the end, I also have another district specialist. So all of the events in my life shaped the person that I am. I had to go through some hardships, some hard times. I had to overcome some things. I had to battle with not having confidence in myself. But again, the events that took place in my life shaped me to be who I am. And I'm becoming more and more fearless. I am walking in my purpose. And I'm so thankful for all of the things that I have experienced in life because they have really helped me be the person that I've always sought out to be. Thank you.